Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video on e-bike and tech. And before we get into the wrench test, I'm gonna give you a quick update on the bike. So I guess what's a little different is you might notice this wire sticking out. Now I had to get the plastics undone to take the wheel off because I have been dealing with a flat tire for the past, I don't even know how many months. And that's also part of the reason why I haven't really rode this bike that much. I have been riding it recently though, for a while. I will say, so right now it's on because I rode it a little bit before this test, but it's, you know, only 2 miles. And I only rode it on pedal assist 2. I didn't waste any battery. This will be a pretty accurate test, as you can see. But the odometer, I'm at 963 miles as of right now. But I don't know. I found so the problem was I kept on getting a flat tire with like. So the first tube went, and I didn't know, like I found a tube with like slime in it that's supposed to be like self-sealing, but so I put that in and it went flat like the next day. But it made sense after a while because I realized that you know, this bike is pretty heavy, considering the battery right in there and the motor and everything. I would say, plus me, I would say the majority of weight is being put on this back rear tire, the rear wheel. So then I went ahead and I tried out the Goodyear 30% thicker tube, and also aside from that, I ordered like this red cover that goes in between the tire itself and the tube, that's supposed to like protect it. It's like a extra layer of rubber, and the other cool thing about that is not only it protects from punctures, but if I do manage to get another flat by any chance, I will still at least be able to ride it back home, because it will be riding on like that one extra layer of rubber that's on the inside right now, that's in between the tube and the tire itself. So yeah, other than that, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when I first got this bike, one of the problems you guys may have is when you're installing the pedals, if you screw it in the wrong way once, you will mess up the threads, which I did on one of them, as you can see right here. I'll talk more about it in a second. So basically, you know, you mess up the threads and that's it. You have to replace the whole the crank arm, there you go, along with the pedal. So I figured, you know what, screw that, because I've had that issue before with one of my previous electric bikes. Nothing else worked. I mean, I tried anything from Gorilla Glue to JB Weld and whatever else. Nothing worked. So I found a nearest welding shop, and we were able to come up with a solution. Now, unfortunately, this crank arm is aluminum, but the pedal itself is actually steel. So what he was able to do is extend the bolt. Like he put on more metal to go, like, to extend it basically. And on the other end, when he put it inside here, he welded these two nuts. These, oh, let me see if I can. Oh man, can't really see it, but anyways, let's do that. As you can see, he went ahead and welded these two parts right in there, on that other end. Now, it was not this wobbly before. There's another story behind that, and that is yesterday I tried doing this test. Actually, as a matter of fact, I tried doing this test twice in the previous 2 days, and both of them I did later in the day, and it got pretty cold, and I was just not, yeah, it was just not happening. It was not happening. The first night, it was actually dark, like it was actually nighttime. It was like past 12 o'clock. So I was doing it at midnight, and yeah, it was, you know, super cold, and I couldn't see anything. It was just not it. And then yesterday, I thought I would wait a little longer for the afternoon, so that, you know, because it was hot in the day, so I thought it would cool down a bit and I'll be good to go. And next thing you know, it was actually cold again. It's, yeah, weather is weird sometimes. So so let's see, getting ahead of myself. So I ended up oh yeah, and it turned out that my bike wasn't even fully charged either. So once again, I had to turn around and go back home. Now, on the way back home yesterday, I was going pretty fast. I was going about 30 something miles an hour, and then there was a turn that I had to do on a bridge, and there were quite a bit of some debris and some sand and whatnot. And you know how that is with, you know, bikes and tires in general. I mean, it will slide. So instead of me slowing down, I took a decent sharp turn, and yeah, I kind of fell, but not really. Like, I managed to save the bike in between my legs. I did hurt myself quite a bit too, but it's all right, nothing too major. The only things I noticed, the damage, was this right here. This got a little bit bent. I managed to even it out a little bit. Nothing too crazy. This got pretty badly messed up, but nothing too major once again. And most importantly was this. Oh man, I was very devastated because it literally dented into the crank arm, and now it's wobbly again, so I'm gonna have to figure something out for that. I don't think I'm gonna go and weld anymore onto it. Instead, I'll probably put some, like, a rubber band on, like, right here or something, like wrap it around and whatnot, make it stay, whatever. But it's no big deal. Most important thing is this pedal is not going anywhere. And yeah, that's another thing. I figured, you know, I would do that because I will never have to worry about this pedal going out again. And if I do have to change it, or, you know, whatever, I will have to take both of these out regardless. So yeah, so that's that. That's pretty much it, I would say. Other than that, this bike's been pretty good. The range has been consistent. I haven't noticed any droppage in, like, as far as battery life goes. And yeah, so without further ado, we'll get on with the test. Alrighty, so we got the GoPro set up, and we're ready to go. So, quick note, I will be using a little bit of pedal assist and some throttle without one along the way. So, I'll give you a pretty good idea of how, you know, how much this bike will be able to last, all in all. this is the bridge that I crashed on yesterday. So the debris I was talking about was right there, was mixed with some sand. Yeah, I made a sharp turn right over there, coming right in here, and oh boy, you know, I literally, the bike stayed in between my legs just like so, and I ended up literally going like this, and the bike just like landed on its side, and I ended up at the railing. So yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. Gotta plug my GoPro in to charge. we have officially made it. We have officially made it. Let's go ahead and so we made it to the Resorts World Casino. Would you look at that? And we're technically at 3 bars, but right now it's showing at 2 because it's pulling out some power. But yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. I think this would be a pretty great spot for a thumbnail. So I'll catch you guys back on the road. All right, we are now done with the thumbnail. We're ready to get back on the road. We are at 3 bars on the battery, and the trip right now we are at 21.5 miles as of right now. We have gone through some pretty steep hills, up and down, so let's hope we can make it back home. I will say this was my first time reaching the Resorts World Casino on this bike, so this will be at first, and if I do end up killing the battery, this will be at first, and I guess I'll have to walk this thing out. But I think if this thing even does die, I'll at least almost be at home, so there won't be that much walking with it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right back onto the road. As you can see, I don't know if you guys saw, but a sheriff just drove by me, and they did absolutely nothing. Why? Because this thing got pedals, and there's nothing they can do. Plus, I'm not riding like a maniac, so I'm not drawing any attention to myself. So to answer any of you guys' questions, if this bike is road legal, if you ride it at least as much as you can as a bicycle, you know, like with a little bit of power assistance, you will be just fine. There should not be any problems whatsoever. But if you do go all crazy and you're in a very populated area where there's a lot of people, there's a lot going on, and especially there's a lot of cops around, you drive like a maniac, you just might get pulled over. That's my, I guess, the best statement on that question, because I did get it in the comment section. So yeah. So that was that. We are officially at 1 bar on the battery, and we went 40.3 miles on this trip, on this test. So yeah, if you want more videos like this, drop a like on this video and subscribe if you're new. Other than that, it's just another video on e-bike and tech. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you want me to do any more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.